Living in Winterville, that is the subject that we wanted to talk in June 2022.
But first, let's hit it. Hi, this is Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel.
And if this is your first time in our channel and you wanted to know everything about Greenville, Winterville, Pitt County, all the way to Raleigh, please subscribe in our channel. And also, don't forget to get notified when we put a new video for you.
Honestly, we get calls, texts, and emails all the time from people looking to upsize, buy their first home, downsize, relocate, shift. I love my favorite word. And then just whatever it is you're looking to do, we're here to help you. I love helping people. That is what we do every single day. And so, yeah, please call us because I love talking.
Let's start with Winterville. We ourselves, me and my wife, we live in Winterville ourselves. And we love it. And Winterville is basically the suburb to the Greenville, no?
Right. It's really, there's a road, Winterville's one, Greenville's all of the other side, and then after this road, it's technically Winterville, and that is where we live, and that is where we chose to live, and why we continue to be here. So
let's talk about this subject. We love this subject. That's why we wanted to talk, and we have a lot of information for you.
Because people, when they say we want to move to Greenville, they don't immediately think Winterville. And in fact, when we say Winterville, they go, what is that? So this hopefully in this video is useful when you're thinking about moving into our area, because Winterville is an amazing place to be.
Okay, Winterville. The population of the Winterville is 10,900 plus or minus,
Probably like 11K at this
11K.
point. So,
and what else you can say about the Winterville?
We are part of the Greenville metropolitan area, but we are not Greenville itself. So we are right there next to Greenville. About 4,500 households live in this area of Winterville. And our zip code, of course, is what?
28590. Don't forget that.
Right. So there are 72 subdivisions within Winterville. So it is there. And then the income is of what?
Therefore, 72 subdivisions. Some of the subdivisions that we can count for you, for example, Ashley Meadows, Ashcroft Village, Vancroft, Irish Creek, Baywood, and all the way to 72. Now, we wanted to talk about the income of the population in Winterville.
Right, so just we're going to give you 11.9% is 60 to 75K. 14.9% is 75 to 100K. 15.6% is 100K or more, and there is a big percent of people not measuring their income too. So we're going to throw that up.
Therefore, the average of the income in Winterville is around 84,000 or 84K. That's the main that we wanted to bring you to your attention. Now, we wanted to talk about the education for your children. Therefore, we know that many of you are very interested in education of your kids. You have a family with the young kids, and you wanted to know what the Winterville has to offer.
Right. So there are 7 public and 5 private institutions within the area. There are 12. For elementary, we are talking Wintergreen and Ridgewood, Creekside, and Robertson, which are your private. You do have a Winterville Charter Academy, and of course Montessori, where we chose to put our kids. And then for high school, middle school, no, we're getting that now. We have A.G. Cox, Hope, at ACOC, and Aiden. We do have some people that get sent to Aiden. And for high schools, it's Conley, South Central, and Aiden Grifton. So I know those are a lot for you, and you can look up all the details you want if that is important to you. But next going on, in general, for all of this, is what? How many people?
Therefore, we have 15 pupils per teacher.
Which is pretty great. And we have 693 students per librarian. This is still a high number. And this is 370 students per counselor. So when we are talking about getting help, we do have a lot of people. So let's just talk about the housing in and of itself. And
which I know that all of you are interested in that part.
Right.
You don't want it to know.
If you have no kids, then this is
what is the housing is in Winterville. Therefore, let's talk about houses with 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, all the way to 5 and plus bedroom. And we're going to compare it from May 2021 to May 2022. And we are right now in June, and June data is not out.
All right, so for 2 bedrooms, last year it was $134K at the average. This year it's $150K for those 2 bedrooms, which is up 13.3%. For 3 bedrooms, what is it?
194.5K last year, and this year was 240K and 23.4% appreciation that we had.
4 bedrooms this was last year 270K, and this year it's 312K, and this is up 15.7%.
And if you are talking about 5 bedroom and more, 300K last year and 325K this year, and we had 8.3% appreciation.
So this is breaking down appreciation by bedroom. So let's just talk about comparing it to Greenville with this appreciation.
Therefore, this is based on the Zillow information, the statistic that I'm bringing it up for you that you wanted to compare, because as we said, my wife said Winterville is part of the Greenville metropolitan area, but we wanted to tell you from January to June that we are talking how much house appreciation we had in these 2 areas. Therefore, in January in Greenville, what happened?
It was 190K, and in Greenville, the houses on typical were 236K. What about February?
And February, basically, in Greenville, you were want me to say Greenville?
Yeah.
Therefore, in February, we have 193K in Greenville and 239K. And these numbers basically are median average we're talking about.
Right. So in March, it was 195K, and then it became in Winterville 243K. So you can see the differences.
And in April, 200 in Greenville and 248 in Winterville.
In May, it was 203 in Greenville and 251K in Winterville.
Therefore, if you look at the whole package from January to June of this year, in Greenville we had 6.4% appreciation. However, how much
in
appreciation?
Winterville it was 6%, but I want to also point out that our numbers were higher in Winterville than those averages in Greenville. So with the higher numbers, the appreciation was slightly smaller, but you also have more a house that's worth more in value.
Therefore, if you wanted to talk about the inventory between the April to June 2022, the last 3 months, we had just 42 homes in the market,
which is pretty low. So it was 20.8% decrease of listings in the Winterville area in all. People were just staying in their homes. And that's just all of, April to June. May to 2020 to May 2021 from last year, there was an increase of value what?
The increase of value was from 200 to 153%. That is more than 20%, or almost 21% increase.
And let's talk about those housing statistics. We do not have that many new homes in Winterville right now. I can actually get you to some right now if you really want to be in Winterville, so call me on that one. But there was only 6% of new homes in our area, at least in the current market.
Therefore, 6% of the current market is the new homes that hopefully with lots of construction, we're going to have more. But 14.7% of the homes are built between 1990 to 2000.
And 44.9% of the homes in the Winterville area were between 2000 and 2008.
Therefore, you see the majority of the houses between 2000 to 2008, almost 45%.
So you can see we're also a new area, and then it just shot down, coronavirus happens, and life happens. So let's move on. Let's talk about that cost of living.
Therefore, if you look at the cost of living and compare it to the national grocery living that we have a video on, like the cost of living in Greenville that you can look based on the inflation that we can look here, we had 97.2% in grocery respect to the national level at 100. Therefore, we are under the national level.
And for transportation, we are also under the national level, 81.3. But the rule is typically in Greenville, everything's 15 minutes away and driving. So we're not driving so much as other people.
As part of the cost of living, if we wanted to talk about 1 gallon of milk, it's $3.55 in Greenville, and you can compare it with the place that you're living right now.
Okay, so let's talk about property taxes. People care about those taxes.
Yeah,
so
property taxes is basically like anywhere else, you have a town and county taxes.
Right.
And in Greenville, in Winterville, what is the taxes are for the town?
It is 0.475 out of $100, so you're paying 47.5 cents on the 100. And then in the county tax is 0.68 per 100. So altogether, I think that's like a little over $1
Yes.
per $100.
Therefore,
So-
you should sum this city and town to get the dollar and basically base up the $100, and you can come up with the numbers.
Okay, so let's talk about health now. Health is super important because people think, oh, how close are you to doctors? How's the doctor per capita? And this is where Winterville is great. We are really right next to Greenville, so we are getting that Vidant Health Center. So we're going to throw out the numbers, I think, in detail. But what is our physician per capita?
And then we have 349 physician per capita, which is for 100,000 people. And what is the U.S. average for that?
The U.S. average is 210.
Therefore, here also we wanted to talk about for Winterville itself, we had more than 20 centers and physician centers and medical centers that we can count for you. We just count here 4 of them, and what they are.
Vidant, as we just said, Wintergreen Medical, ECU Medical, Moy Medical. So these are all kind of an umbrella branch of kind of one big institution, but they are all technically separate. But we have great doctors here.
Yes, and we have a great doctors. And let's say also how about the education.
I want to go back to education for a second.
After the high school, we are talking about the college level and university level. What we have?
Pitt Community and then ECU, of course, if you're looking to stay in the local area. ECU is driving distance. Pitt Community College is right there. They're both super fast and super easy to get to.
Therefore, we have more than 30 different associate degree in Pitt Community College, and they offer associate degree, certificate, and diploma, and also you can transfer your credits to the university, which could be East Carolina University.
Okay, so let's talk about restaurants. People care about these things too, right? So, I mean, we are right next to Greenville, so you can have all of the Greenville nightlife if you're looking for. But we are a suburb, so we don't have that kind of nightlife. There are 20 restaurants in total in Winterville, that we want to throw out there.
And some of them that they had a really good Google review and Yelp review. For example, Mayflower Seafood, they had more than 2,000 review, 4.2. And what else?
The Juicy Crab.
The Juicy Crab, 1,600 review, 4.6.
My favorite next one, Sam Jones Barbecue. I recommend it. I love barbecue. So
More than 1,800 reviews, 4.4.
Moeller's Old Barbecue Old Time Barbecue is also really great. So that's
More
good.
than 1,000 review and 4.4 out of 5.
And just to throw it out there, everybody knows that Chick-fil-A is something many people love or hate. You know, you want your sugar chicken, and that is a
More
lot
than
of
a
reviews out here.
1,900 review, 4.6.
Okay, so say you're saying I want a book. I love books. And so you're looking for Winterville Library or the Pitt Community College as well. Now let's move on to unemployment rate or daycare.
Well, we wanted to talk about the daycare. We have 15 places, at least in the Winterville area, that they have the daycare, and 2 of them that have a really good Google review are Great Child Care Center, and what else?
The Joy and Caring Childcare. And of course, you can always go to care.com and get a personal person to come to your house as well. We have plenty of that around here.
And as we said in the other video, that the daycare respect to many places, including Denver, we have for 5 days a week around 650 to 750 for one child, which is a really great rate around here that you can compare it with the area that you live in.
Okay, also I'm going to let my husband talk about those car washes because he really cares about those car washes.
Therefore, we have growing car washes around here, 15 car wash at least now, and they're building another 2 or 3 that is going to come in the next couple months. And they have a self-service like we have a Winterville self-service. Tommy's Car Wash is really great. You can have like a membership, unlimited wash, and that's what I'm excited about to share with you.
Okay, also let's talk about gym. People like to keep in health, right? Health is good, especially for him, so talk about it.
And we have more than 14 places gym in the Winterville area that we have. Those that have a hard review, I recommend Champion Gym, 4.8 star. We have Warrior Zone, 4.7 stars. Bird Boot Camp, 4.5 star. Planet Fitness, 4.4 star, and Fit for Life 24, that is 4.4. And the one that we're using with our kids is what?
The Aquaventure?
Aquaventure, if you are really interested in basically swimming, they offer swimming and they have a really good rate for the seniors.
And they're helping our kids learn to swim.
Exactly. They have a private lesson and lots of good things that you can talk to.
Let's talk about kids for a second. I know you might not be interested in kids, but we have them, so we like to talk about it. There are 18 places to where you can bring your kid in Winterville. I'm going to name some. Sawyer's Fun Park. I drive by it all the time.
It has 4.5 star, more than 1K review.
Okay, you don't have to talk about the reviews, so the numbers anymore. Winterville Parks and Recreation. What's another one?
Hillcrest Park.
And then Paramore Park. These are all great little parks in the area.
I would just list as the top list that you have.
18 all the way. So whatever's near you.
And if you have pets and you care about having a vet around you, we have 6 places in Winterville that they take care of your animals.
Right. So, I mean, you can just say Animal Care and Fire Tower.
Animal Care, yes, and Fire Tower Animal Clinic. This is one of the 2 that you can look up with the Google. They have a really good basic review.
Okay, so let's now talk about commuting. And we did talk about transportation. So I just want to say that everything in Greenville is about 15 minutes, they say. One way is 22 minutes to the far end. We are shorter than the average by 26.4%.
For the national average.
Okay, so I'm going to have my husband do the air quality.
Air quality, we had a video about the weather in Greenville that you can watch. But what I can say, the Winterville has the least amount, according to the EPA of the government, has the least amount of the air pollutant in whole Pitt County. That brings less risk for the respiratory illness. Therefore, one of the best place in Pitt County is Winterville because it has the lowest because of the air quality.
So that means that we are lower in cancer and lower in respiratory risk. So we were 71 out of 100.
Exactly.
What about that water quality?
Water quality. There are lots of documents. The one that they released in 2019, there is a report all over 150 contaminants that they have. They tested in the water in the Winterville. And the good thing is, basically, based on the report that the government released from October 31st of 2018 to December 31st of 2021, which is not long ago, Winterville Water Utility has the 0 violation according to the Safe Drinking Water Act. Means we have really good water quality around here.
So I hope you love this video. We love talking about Winterville. I could talk to you all day about how much we love this area, and especially for raising our kids.
And definitely, we wanted to tell you also the unemployment rate in Winterville is 4.6. And did we talk about the crime rate? That is one of the many people.
Do get asked. We get asked that a lot. No, we didn't.
Therefore, crime rate basically that I'm trying to also tell in this video that whole the year that the government actually official they released was just 77 basically whole. There was no murdering or anything in that. It was just mostly 67%. Was the property violation,
which is normal in every part of this country. So
and it was 21.4% respect to the national average. Therefore, Winterville is the most safest place in whole Pitt County. That I can tell you, and you can look it up on the government website. Absolutely. And look at these numbers and the future growth, job growth for in the Winterville. They said 32%, which is good. Many of them is in the health industry.
Yes.
That if you wanted to be a nurse, and even in the computer science and technology, like we have a Thermo Fisher, DSM, we have lots of researchers here that work for the East Carolina University, and those also the numbers that you can look it up. and tell you that what exactly we're providing in Winterville area.
So I hope this video is useful for you. We, again, could talk about Winterville all day because that's where we chose to live. So I hope this was useful for you. If you have any questions, call
And if
me.
you have a question and you wanted to basically purchase home or sell your home in Winterville, don't forget to call us.
We have a lot of knowledge
We
about
know
it.
the area very well, and that's where we are here for you. And please comment on our video. We love to have a comment. Have a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.